I rewatched the Drake and Josh's #1 fan episode recently and couldn't help but notice that it has not exactly aged well. The episode's plot involves Drake meeting his biggest fan, a little girl, played by Alyson Stoner, who becomes more and more obsessed with him as the episode goes on. And while her crush on Drake seems harmless at first, she eventually convinces herself that they are in a relationship.
Why she dressed like Dora right there? She got the little Dora outfit on. I remember this episode, man. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, that is a little weird that a little girl was stalking a almost grown man. Yeah. Where are her parents, my nigga? I don't know. These shows have some weird scripts. Like, it was a thing about that shit, like the backlash they get sometimes, you know. What was that Hannah Montana episode? Like the diabetes. Me personally, I don't get how parents took that offensive. I don't know. I thought it was a goofy episode, honestly. I didn't even know it was correlating to diabetes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Relationship, despite the obvious inappropriate age gap. And I can't lie, watching this one modern day is kind of uncomfortable. In fact, the more the little child falls in love with Drake, the more uncomfortable I get watching it. Because, for those of you who don't know, years after this episode aired, Drake Bell actually got into some trouble over a situation involving himself and a huge fan, who, yeah, you guessed it, just happened to be underage.
I remember this.
How do you plead to count 1?
Guilty.
How do you plead to count 2? Disseminating matter harmful to juveniles, first-degree misdemeanor.
Guilty.
Let the record reflect defendant has pled guilty.
Basically, Drake Bell communicated through text messages and DMs with a fan he met online, and that fan turned out to be a 15-year-old girl. Yikes.
I was definitely one of his biggest fans. He was a hero to me. I idolized and looked up to him. He was such a huge part of my childhood, and in return, he ruined my life.
After finding out she was below the age of 18, Drake cut off all communication with her. This made the young fan extremely upset. Then, finding out about Drake's fiancé was the final straw.
There were no claims at all of any sort of inappropriate conduct until the victim in this case learned of Mr. Bell's fiancé, now wife. And at that point, that's when everything...
When she make that face, nigga, is that... Man, he don't get no pass, nigga. You still texting 15-year-olds, bro. You still texting 15-year-olds, my nigga. Nah, you don't get no pass on that. But still, her face, she probably was being a little fast and grown. That's why I was like, nah, girl, what you doing in his DM? Sit your little ass down somewhere. So like these girls, man, want to be fast, man. Not gonna fuck around and pass. I'm just hanging out with whoever. For real. That's crazy, man. I don't understand that. Like, what be going through their brain sometimes? He said, the victim didn't really want to press charges until she found out he had a wife. She's like, yeah, you fucking up her bag, baby. Shit. You ain't pay, then the cops finna come today. For real, Drake.
turn the world upside down.
It was then that she pursued legal charges against Drake. And I will say, there's a lot of misinformation and misconceptions regarding this case. Although it showed extremely poor judgment on Drake's part to DM a fan without verifying her age, he was not found guilty of any kind of sexual misconduct, like many people assume. He did, however, plead guilty to attempted child endangerment and disseminating matter harmful to juveniles.
You calling me a
child endangerer?
I ain't calling you a
Child ensaferer.
And if you want to hear in words why he pled guilty,
Shit,
I'll link a video in the description where he talks about it. But either way, the whole concept of an underage fan obsessing over Drake makes for a pretty uncomfortable episode given all the real-life events that happened. So, maybe it's for the best that this one is in the group of banned episodes. And no, it's not banned for its content. The reason it's currently banned on streaming platforms is due to copyright issues with music that appears in the episode, specifically the Drake Bell song Down We Fall, which plays in the ending scene. So, unless you have a rare copy of the Drake and Josh Best of Seasons 1 and 2 DVD, you're basically out of luck. But even though this one's not the easiest to rewatch, don't worry guys, I found a way. So today, we're gonna take a look back at Number One Fan to see if Drake Parker can handle the situation better than Drake Bell would go on to do.
Guilty.
As always, if you guys like this one, please throw us a fat juicy like and maybe even subscribe. I might just use a Capri Sun as a
And then I remember, not too long after that came out, I think they said my nigga Drake was the one. There was a case back then in Nickelodeon, like a kid was getting sexually assaulted by his agent or something like that. And it turned out to be Drake Bell or some shit. I was like, damn, that's crazy, shit. These niggas putting on, entertaining us and shit behind the scenes. Like going through this fuck shit with these dirty ass niggas, man. That shit crazy, man. I almost had my little break shit. I say around the 2011, 2012 era, nigga. I was almost a Disney star, man, in the 2012 or 2011 era. I was in a Disney acting school. Shit, nigga, moved to California, LA. Me and my mom, rest in peace. Shit, nigga, we was in LA. I had a cousin that I didn't even know about. That nigga worked for Warner Bros. So he let us chill at his crib, and let me go to, while I was going to a little acting school and camp shit, Esteban from Zack and Cody was my acting coach, shit. I was meeting everybody. Woody was my acting coach. The black girl from Bring It On. Shabuya, roll call. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, shit. Yeah, man, that shit crazy. That shit, like, I could have, I ain't gonna tell what I could have encountered on that shit. I probably wouldn't have counted shit. My mom would have played that shit. Honestly. That's the truth for shit speaking, man. Yeah, man, that's just tragic, bro.
Day, if you do. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at AgroWasHere for a daily dose of nostalgia. And if you have any other episodes or shows you want me to cover, let me know in the comments. All right, let's dive in. So the episode starts off with Josh filling a giant pitcher full of milk. Absolutely heinous. I can't explain why, but that just seems like the most disgusting way to serve milk. Ugh, God, I want to throw up. He then grabs a tray of s'mores with his bare hands out of the burning hot oven.
Hello, s'mores. Hello, pain.
Has he never used an oven before?
That boy big, man.
What? The milk? After that disgusting act, Drake tries to eat one of the s'mores and he burns his mouth. And the shot of him burning his mouth is actually in the theme song for season 3. But honestly, I'm just thanking God that Drake didn't reach for the hand milk for some relief from the burning. Shouldn't Drake have been able to tell the s'mores were burning hot when he picked it up with his bare hands? Right? Walter screams from the other room because Megan and her little campfire squad friends tied him to a chair. Who knows what they were gonna do next?
Megan was in that little squad or some little Girl Scout squad or some shit.
So Josh heads out there, ready to serve up both his arm milk and the s'mores that Drake just chomped to the little kids. Nice. Great.
Everyone gets one, and then
That's some nasty ass shit, man.
Walter's fucking had it with these feral kids, so he resigns and tells Josh that he's the new chief, regardless of...
Hey, fun fact, the dad from Drake and Josh right there, he was one of my acting teachers too, I swear to God, bro. Different days we would meet different people, that was on shows or movies. And he was, like, for a week, he was my acting teacher along with that girl from Bring It On. The one that was on Zack and Cody for a little bit. Yeah. Now, I ain't gonna lie, he had me scared though. That nigga, he did not play. He was strict, man. I mean, this girl, she couldn't get her lines right. He was like, he wasn't mean, but it's like he was so passionate about it. He wanted you to, he didn't want you to fuck up. It's like he seen something in you. That nigga had me scared though, I ain't gonna lie. That nigga was like, do it, just do it. What are you guys thinking about? I was like, nigga, everything, nigga. Shit, I come from the slums, nigga. You don't know.
if he wants to do it or not.
But I don't want to be the... No, Chase! Yes, Daddy!
Then, we see a young Alyson Stoner talking to Megan, asking where Drake is, because she thinks he's the cutest boy ever.
Sit your little ass down.
Asking about Drake. He's only the cutest boy ever. Don't you think Drake's adorable?
That's her brother. It would be kinda weird if she found him attractive, right? What kind of question is that? Josh announces to the kids that he's their new chief, and then something wild happens.
You're our new chief? Seriously?
That's right.
I'm out.
Yeah, why she pushing him?
Where did she go? She's a little kid. She can't drive. Is she walking home? And Josh just lets her leave? He doesn't give a fuck? Imagine
Bro,
her
for
parents
real,
call
what
to
the
ask
fuck?
where she is. Oh, she
little
left.
ass gonna get
Yeah,
snatched
your
up for a
9-year-old?
me
She
moment.
left. She's gone. Insane. Drake announces to Josh that he gets to play live on the radio this Friday night, and then one of the kids finds a Band-Aid in its milk. Disgusting. Unacceptable. A biohazard? Perhaps. Josh was dead wrong for serving blood milk to those
disgusting,
children.
nigga.
Megan's little friend wanders upstairs and startles Drake while he's playing his guitar. Pause. I hate to be crude, but it's not right to go poking around in people's bedrooms. What if Drake was wanking the worm? Come
Nah,
on
facts.
now.
Who's my
We
nigga was
learn
getting
her
one
name
in.
is Wendy, and she tells Drake that she
Nah,
loves
let me
his
stop.
music and
Don't
asks for
correlate
his
that,
autograph.
bro. Don't correlate that with a little Alyson Stoner. Come on now, bro.
Want to hear a secret?
Okay.
My dream is for you to play a song just for me.
He gives her his guitar pick for being his #1 fan.
You're giving me this?
Yeah, for my #1 fan.
Ooh, yeah. I love a good episode title drop. Hell yeah.
#1 fan.
Cut to the premiere, and oh my god, Schneider's Pizza is the business that's right next door to the
Schneider's
goddamn
Pizza.
premiere.
This nigga
Get
always got
over
his name
yourself,
on, like, a
Dan.
little
I'm
restaurant
done
or
with it.
something.
I would hate to
Like a
see
little
what kind of
Easter egg.
slices they're so. You know what? All that stuff just came out
What
about
about
Epstein Island and
Schneider's
pizzas.
Diet,
Maybe
man?
Dan was involved, eh? And if you look
Schneider's
at the
Salad
names of
Bar.
the movies on the premiere, one of them says Kid President, which is a reference to the Little Diva episode, which is also it's banned as well. But either way, yeah, that's the movie the little girl is in. That's
Bro,
the
I
movie
remember
the
that
Little Diva.
episode. That's like a vivid memory, like Kid President. Why is it banned? Like, yeah, we have to look that up because I hope you do that episode next because I'm curious on why that episode got banned. So I genuinely I just remember that seeing that little girl and something about this episode is so familiar. And you see how on TikTok posting they be trying to like the TV shows be trying to like change up certain things that happened in the earlier episodes, before they like re-edited it and shit. Like, you remember some shit and then you see it again and it looked different and you think you was tripping, but the whole time you wasn't. It's just them niggas changed the shit up and tried to be quiet about it. I don't know. That's what I'm getting with this. So I definitely forgot about that.
Stars in. Yep. Cool, right?
So what movie are we seeing?
We're not seeing a movie. We're here to learn about wilderness navigation.
Then why are they at a movie theater, Josh? That would be like taking them all to the ice cream parlor, then saying, oh, we're not here to eat ice cream. We're here to do math equations. What the fuck? They could have done that anywhere. In the woods, at home, on the internet. I'm pissed. And when he can't get the kids to focus on the
He said on the
wilderness
internet. It's
bullshit, he gives up
2003,
and
bro.
says, okay, fuck
The
it.
internet
we'll
was
see
out,
a
but
movie.
still,
I sure
bro.
hope there's some kind of employee discount for Josh because 9 kids' movie tickets plus himself would be very expensive. Wendy sees Drake on a date with a random broad, and she's fucking pissed. Also, this shot of Drake kissing the girl is in the season 3
Sit
intro.
your little
Wendy
ass
decides to go
down.
over there, and she proceeds to roast the absolute living shit out of Drake's date.
That's a lot of food. Excuse me? Is that all for you?
Wendy?
I think it's nice that Larissa doesn't worry about her figure.
Josh is responsible for this young child. Did he not even notice that she wandered off? He's not a very good chief, that's for sure. Back at home, Drake complains to Josh that Wendy is becoming way too obsessed with him. And he even calls her to play her voicemail greeting as an example.
Hi, this is Wendy. Drake's not here right now, but if he were, that would be so awesome. I love you, Drake. Please leave a message.
How did Drake
Please leave a
know
message.
her phone...
No, baby, you should go play with some Barbies or something. I'm in the chicks my age. He should have set her ass straight. He playing. He should have been said something. I would have said something off the rip when she roasted my date. Like, if you don't get your little shoulders, I have to hit her with the finesse 2 times. No, yeah, it's funny. And all I'm thinking about is Dan Schneider wrote this. A little girl. Yeah, let me stop. I don't want to get too deep into it because that should be fucking up a nigga childhood, low key. When you start thinking too much into it, like yeah.
number. Not only that,
Nigga,
how did he
almost
know
not
he
watch
would get
it
her
sometimes.
voicemail? What if she picked up and started hassling him? Whatever. Josh insists that it's just a harmless crush and says he felt the same way about Oprah at that age. And Drake seems surprised to hear him mention Oprah.
When I was her age, I had a crush on Oprah. Oprah? She's an inspiration.
So I'm thinking
That
this
nigga
is the
said
first
Oprah.
mention of Josh's Oprah obsession in the show,
I hope you go bald. I hope they cancel Oprah. Take that back.
which is, to me, such an iconic part of the
Nigga
show.
said, "Take
So
that
honestly,
back."
this is basically like watching the Mona Lisa be painted. Their talking is
nigga,
interrupted by a
Josh did
knocking
have a
sound at the window.
Oprah
The
fetish.
second story window, mind you, and it is, of course, Wendy.
Well, what are you doing here?
I brought you some pickles. Oh, and will you marry me? They're vertically sliced for sandwiches.
No, they're not. We can see them right there. Those pickles are not vertically sliced. In fact, they aren't sliced at all. They're full-ass pickles. Also, Alyson Stoner is a really funny kid. She was great in the Cheaper by the Dozen movies around the same time, too.
Bro. Oh my god, that just took me back, bro. Nigga, Cheaper by the Dozen, that was my shit. Y'all niggas didn't watch it Cheaper by the Dozen. The sky, Lord, in the sky. Once was a guy named Michael Finnegan. He had some whiskers on his chin again. Nigga, what? Nigga, Cheaper by the Dozen, nigga. We was really on that shit. Nigga, still is. Alyson Stoner is a hood legend, nigga. Now that he just said that, she's a hood legend, nigga. She was in Cheaper by the Dozen. She was in Zack and Cody. She was in Missy Elliott shit. I love that shit, bro. I like people like, you know. Man, she really is a hood legend. That was my shit. Cheaper by the Dozen. I had my nigga, what was it? What was his name? Taylor Lautner? Did I say it right? Yeah, from Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Twilight. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They had everybody in that bit. Pink Panther nigga. Damn, man, you don't get them fucking times back, bro. And you know, you realize after a while, you already lived the best moments of your life. Because right now, 2026 and shit is bullshit.
Shame what they did to her in the Camp Rock movies later.
Camp Rock, too. Mario ass
Really
beat.
good.
Ouch. Cut to the next day where Josh is trying to figure out a snack container that's bear-proof, and Drake is still upset about Wendy.
I'm just gonna have to tell her to leave me alone. I'm gonna go to her house right now. Be back in an hour.
Hi, Drake. I'm coming in.
Why was
Got the
Drake gonna
door
go to
fit
her
on.
house to talk to her? He knows her phone number. We just saw him call her phone in the last scene. Wendy shows up wearing a custom-made Drake t-shirt with a picture she took of him while he's sleeping on it.
I like watching you sleep. It's it's kind of fascinating to me.
And she tells Josh
Nigga, Twilight, nigga. I'm sorry I keep pausing, but nigga, my sister was obsessed with that shit. I just recently rewatched that shit and watch how he was acting. Every time she'll look at him, he'd be like... Like his power was, nigga, charging up. He was trying to cage that monster inside of him. You know, he didn't want it to unleash on her. He's seen something in her. Yeah, I really like that shit. That shit funny as fuck. You see, I'm type of nigga, I supported it though. I went with my sister like 2013. Which Twilight movie was it that came out in 2013? I think it was Saga some. She used to always talk about, I forgot. It was like, I remember one scene that was in that bed. They was getting it on and the bed was rocking fast. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Josh that she made him a custom one as well.
I made a Drake t-shirt special for you.
Is this for me or a sport utility vehicle?
It's pretty funny, but at the same
A
time,
big
I
shirt,
can't
nigga,
help
and a
but
little
feel bad
design
hearing
now.
fat jokes directed at an underage Josh. He was only a kid, and it clearly gave him some kind of complex that I low-key think he still has.
No, for real though, they always throwing fat jokes at him. It's probably because Dan Schneider was projecting his childhood on Josh. He was probably always a big ass nigga if you really think about it. There ain't nothing wrong with that, to embrace it, nigga. I know a lot of big niggas that can hit the Dougie. Yo. Shit, for real, shit, nigga. Big niggas shit, get down, shit. Big niggas be strong, nigga. What? Shit. Unless he's just a big sloppy looking nigga. Man. Come on now, bro. Well, at least, get you a heavy bench in. You know what I mean? Shit. Like, nigga, you can say, I'm a pro builder shit, nigga. I'm just bulking now. Nigga, what? I'm yapping.
To this day. Also, Dan Schneider was the writer of this episode, so he should probably look in the mirror before writing fat jokes directed at someone else. So Drake tells Wendy that he needs some space, but he's real gentle about it, telling her that she didn't do anything wrong. Incorrect. She took pictures of you while you were sleeping, Drake. Boundaries were crossed. Breaking and entering has occurred. A crime has been committed. File a restraining order now. But he doesn't do that. Wendy tells him she completely understands. So Drake is hopeful the issue has been resolved. Cut to Drake and Josh at school, and their entire classroom
why they school look like a Motel 6?
With Drake's sleeping face on them, telling everyone to tune in Friday night to Drake's live radio performance. She definitely broke into their school to put those flyers up, right? Some of them are in places she couldn't have even easily reached. When the teacher unrolls the map, it's a huge picture of sleeping Drake. And honestly, why are the classmates so pissed? It's funny as hell. They should be laughing. Did they actually want to learn from that map today? Is it that important? Cut back to the living room, and Josh still isn't giving up trying to teach these kids about nature and shit, even though they've made it clear time and time again they aren't the least bit interested.
Get your feet off my couch.
That Drake is her boyfriend now, and they're gonna get married someday. Pretty odd conclusion to draw from the conversation she just had with him, but whatever. Suddenly, Drake bursts through the door very pissed off, and he is somehow perfectly dry after coming in from the storm, even though we could see heavy rain and thunder and lightning.
This nigga points out everything. That's just funny, bro. God,
the outdoors during a gentle rain shower.
He doesn't even have a goddamn umbrella with him.
Don't talk, just listen.
Baby, what's wrong?
I'm not gonna sing a song for you, and I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not even your friend.
That nigga said, don't talk, just listen. She said, baby, what's wrong? Like, you know how fucked off I would be? Imagine coming in from a blunt and like venting after a fucking 10-year-old is harassing you, and you go to talk to her, and the first thing she says, baby, what's wrong? Nigga, I'd be baffled. Get your little ass to the house. What? Shit. You should be watching Doc McStuffins right now. Oh, not me. That's funny.
Just leave me alone.
And as if that wasn't harsh enough, then another kid in the group decides to roast the hell out of her.
So, when's the wedding?
But seriously, even though it was a little harsh, Drake would have done himself a big favor in real life if he had been able to draw firm boundaries the way his character did here in this scene. Just saying.
Fact.
Josh goes back to yapping about camping.
He was
and the
letting it
kids
ride.
tell
He
him
liked
again
that.
they
Nigga.
don't
Nah,
give
he
a
liked that.
damn.
He was letting it
And
ride.
that little
He little
girl with the
nasty
blonde hair is from Bridge to Terabithia.
Nigga, that's Bridget Terabithia.
If anyone cares. She's the one who croaks. Megan pretends like she wants to learn about the tent so Josh will climb inside. Then she promptly locks him in. Problem solved. Oh yeah, and by the way,
These
the wiki
niggas
for this
young.
episode claims that it's the same tent used in the Zoe 101 episode, Back to PCA. It's not. Clearly, that's a different tent. Debunked. I've said it before, but you really can't trust the wiki facts for these shows. So watch out for the creators who just read off them. Not like me, brother. With Josh locked away in captivity, the kids start ordering pizzas and playing video games.
That sounds
But
good
the only
right
one
about
not
now,
celebrating is Wendy, because she's too sad about Drake yelling at her. Megan tries to be nice and cheer her up, which I appreciate, honestly. I love Megan. And I like them giving some depth to her character.
Drake was just upset. He didn't mean that stuff he said. Yeah, he did. I just want to be alone.
I also appreciate the shot of Wendy looking sad while Josh freaks out in the tent right next to her. It's fucking funny. It's funny as hell. Cut to Drake at the radio station, waiting for his turn to perform. But he's distracted by how much guilt he's feeling for yelling at Wendy. He finds a note she left in his pocket returning his guitar pick and apologizing for bugging him. When did she write that? And how did she manage to sneak it into his pocket without him noticing? Wouldn't have...
That bitch snuck into school. That bitch got a picture of him on his sleeve. That bitch getting letters sent to corporate record deals and record labels and shit. Like, come on now. That bitch, she know a guy.
been possible. Come on now. What? A random trumpet player tells him to go to her and fix it and make it right. And the wiki also incorrectly claims that she's uncredited in the episode when she is clearly plain as day credited. But whatever. So Drake tells them something came up and he has to leave, even though he may never get another chance to play live on the radio again. Back at the house, the kids gather around the radio to hear Drake perform. But of course,
Looking at that
they
radio
announce they're
brings back
skipping
so
him
many
instead.
memories.
And the voice of the announcer guy on the radio is none other than Dirty Dan himself.
Whoa, we got
Made
a
my
flag
heart
to play
warm.
here. I've just been told Drake Parker canceled. So we're gonna move on to our next performer.
Of course, because he
There was
couldn't
a little
resist
boy
the
in that
self-insert
group.
whenever possible.
Where'd
The
that nigga
kids
come from?
and Josh from the tent are confused why Drake didn't perform on the radio. But just then, Drake shows up, once again without a drop of rain on him, even though it's a major storm, and he tells Wendy that he wants to play a song just for her. Drake plays his song, Down We Fall, and she's extremely happy. When it's over, he gives her the guitar pick back again and tells her to keep it. Then he announces that he's taking them all to Chuck E. Cheddar's, and all the kids cheer.
Chuck E.
How the
Cheddar's.
hell would Drake drive all those kids to Chuck E. Cheddar's? What car could possibly fit all those children? I don't think it's possible. Does he have a school bus? And as the credits roll, Josh sings the
I think I remember this. Yeah, I definitely remember this episode. Yeah. Nigga, yeah, I remember it, and yeah, that kind of ruined it too, nigga. Yeah, I remember this. I remember the rerun though. You know, I was born in 2003, so nigga, I say around 2006, 7 when I seen this episode. You know, they do little reruns and shit. You know, the one episode I remember vividly though of Drake and Josh is probably that last episode when they was dancing. You know what I'm talking about? They was like on the stage, and I remember being a little boy, and I remember seeing Josh start hitting backflips and shit. Yeah, man, I don't know. That's just a memory. Yeah, man, that was the video, guys. Y'all like and subscribe, man. Go follow him. His page name is Aggressively Average. Yeah, man. If y'all want to go watch his videos. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Have a great night.